Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, and it is a hump day. There's a whole lot of snow out there in the driveway. I gotta go take care of before getting out to work. It is currently 12 degrees, and it's still snowing a little bit, but it's supposed to stop here in the next few minutes. And then only gonna get up to 14, and then we got a cold spell coming in after tomorrow, it looks like. So we're gonna feel those cold Canadian airs. um, we are in a study Proverbs. Proverb of the day keeps the heart at bay, and we are on Proverbs 17. Proverbs 17, verse 1. Better a dry morsel with quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. Isn't that the truth? Like, a happy poor man is certainly better than a full man who's in turmoil all the time, who is always working, or there's the always stressing over things, or always at odds with his wife or the rest of his family. Um, Maybe because he's never there, or he's always thinking about work, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes it is better just to be, have a little, but with an ease about it, right? Um, a lot of times when we strive for things, it's because our heart we have an empty heart, or we're trying to distract ourselves, um, and instead of going to God, we use that wealth, or the job, or whatever it is, and we put that as an idol above where it's supposed to be. Remember, God places us. Um, a servant who deals wisely will rule over a son who acts shamefully, and will share an inheritance as one of the brothers. Just think about Joseph, right? He was a servant who dealt wisely, and he ended up being the second most high behind Pharaoh in all the land. So let's go to verse 3. The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold. The Lord tests the hearts. An evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar gives ear to a mischievous tongue. Whoever mocks the poor insults his maker. He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. Okay, so it's verse 3 starts with the crucible is for silver, right? The vat, and the furnace is for gold, the heat. And the Lord tests the hearts in order to refine and to be more pure, right? We have to be heated up. We have to be heated up, and so um, God uses the heat to test our hearts, right? He uses the heat to test our hearts. And an evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar gives ear to a mischievous tongue. So we tend to attract those that we're like, right? So if we're a liar, um, where is it here? So if we're a liar, we tend to listen to a mischievous voice, right? If we're um, an evildoer, we tend to listen to wicked lips because we want to be fed. We want to feed that. We want to feed that in the heart. We want to feed that in the mind. And we want to feel good about ourselves in our evil. So we tend to attract that. Now, check this out. Whoever mocks the poor insults his maker. God made poor folks too. And guess what? The problem, if yes, they might have made bad decisions or whatever, but that's part of their furnace. That's part of the crucible, right? That's part of the trial, because God tests the hearts. God tests the hearts, and He said, "He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished." Yeah, and I don't see it as much here. Maybe just because I don't drive by it, but in Barrie, when I used to go to the gym, especially in the warmer months, it's still in the wintertime too, though. Um, Always see like homeless folks, and there have been times where I thought to myself like, "Ha! What did they do? I'm glad I'm not that foolish to make that mistake or whatever that is. And um, I wouldn't say necessarily glad at their calamity, but I did boast in my own status. Meanwhile, I'm sinning the whole time. I'm still a sinner, right? So um, just be careful of partiality. James in chapter, I think it's James chapter 2, he starts to talk about that sin of partiality. So just be careful, um, because that calamity will not go unpunished. Okay, if we're glad at somebody's calamity, it will not go unpunished. Then I want to jump over here. Look at verse 16. Here's a good one. Why should a fool have money in his hand to buy wisdom when he has no sense? Well, he can't use the wisdom anyhow. He has no sense. He can't use the wisdom. So if you buy wisdom, what good is it going to do if you have no sense on how to use it? You don't. So if wisdom was something you could purchase, right? Why would why would a fool have the money to do it? Why should a fool have money in his hand to buy wisdom when he has no sense? First of all, a fool won't have money in his hand extra to buy anything, right? Um, it's one of those um, kind of hamster wheel type things. It's a hamster wheel type thing. Is I found that one to give me a little bit of a chuckle. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Yeah, brothers. Um, that as even in the hard times, we still have to love. That is what a friend does. Even in the hard times, we still have to love. And a brother is born for adversity, meaning they can jump in the hole with you, right? Christian, we're meant to be able to jump in the hole with somebody, with a brother. One who lacks sense gives a pledge and puts up security in presence of his neighbor. So, poor business sense, okay? Don't put up money for anybody. Um, just don't do it. You see, that one comes up over and over and over. Um, it's if we're gonna put our pledge on somebody that is a risk, don't do it. Right? Don't do it. Whoever loves transgression loves strife. He who makes his door high seeks destruction. Right? It's prideful when you idolize your home, or you put something like a defense up, or your fear is an idol, so you hide behind a door instead of tearing that door down a little bit. Not that you don't have walls of protection, you should, but don't put those over the protection of the Lord. That is what is really protecting us, is the Lord.